This is the Washington Times front page for Thursday, January 11th, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. In the final debate before the Iowa Caucuses, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley battled to be the top alternative to former President Trump. National politics reporters Seth McLaughlin and Susan Ferricchio report the CNN-moderated debate at Drake University took place with Haley suddenly edging out DeSantis for the number 2 position in the Hawkeye state. She took multiple hits from DeSantis, for whom an Iowa second-place win is considered critical to his survival in the race. The Florida governor used Haley's own words against her, accusing her of lying, attempting to raise taxes while governor, and being more loyal to donors than voters. Haley said DeSantis is desperate as his campaign stalls, touting a website run by her team that she says points out lies DeSantis has told. Trump has maintained a solid lead over all of his GOP opponents without attending any of the primary debates. He participated in a Fox News town hall in Iowa that aired simultaneously. Trump has taken a more traditional approach to the caucuses than he did 8 years ago when he finished second behind Texas Senator Ted Cruz. According to a Des Moines Register NBC News poll released last month, 63% of first-time caucus goers said Trump is their top pick, marking a jump from 49% who said that in October. House Homeland Security Committee Chairman Mark Green says DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas has earned a potential impeachment because of his lies to Congress and the public. At a committee hearing, Stephen Dinan reports Green said Mayorkas broke a relatively secure border through incompetence and intentional disregard of laws that call for the detention and deportation of illegal immigrants. Democrats condemned the hearing and called the push for impeachment a political attack that doesn't rise to the high crimes and misdemeanors language of the Constitution's impeachment clause. Green said refusing to follow the law is sufficient grounds for impeachment. The House Oversight and Accountability Committee has voted to hold Hunter Biden in contempt of Congress after a chaotic hearing in which he made a surprise appearance in the front row. Susan Ferricchio reports the 25-21 vote sends the contempt resolution to the House floor for a vote as soon as next week. If it passes, the matter will be referred to the Department of Justice. Flanked by lawyers, Biden sat stone-faced and arms crossed at lawmakers for the first several minutes of the hearing before leaving. The appearance elicited sharp criticism from Republicans on the committee, who accused him of defying 2 congressional subpoenas compelling his testimony because they said he believes his last name affords him special protection. And finally, the Taiwanese elections on Saturday are drawing global attention because they could trigger an escalation in tensions between the U.S. and China. National Security Team leader Guy Taylor and Foreign Affairs reporter Andrew Salmon report U.S. officials are bracing for a sharp reaction and monitoring China's campaign to affect the outcome for insights into tactics it might use to disrupt U.S. elections later this year. The Biden administration has been careful about commenting on Taiwan's contest or China's meddling. Officials say the next president and parliament of Taiwan should be chosen solely by its people. So far, Taiwan appears to have resisted the pressure from its neighbor, which vows one day to claim sovereignty over the nation of nearly 24 million. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in your favorite podcast app. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.